Let me show you the baby bump. Let me come around. It's coming along pretty well. I feel like I'm like 8 months pregnant or 7 months pregnant, not 4 months pregnant, but this is the bump here. Hello, I am so excited to do my first trimester update. I am 1 trimester in. I'm through my first trimester, into my second trimester, just the beginning of it, and I am so thankful to have made it to the second trimester. The first trimester was really rough, between worrying about a miscarriage, dealing with unbearable morning sickness and nausea and just all these different symptoms. It has been a crazy, crazy first trimester. So I'm going to break down the first trimester, what I experienced in my first trimester, and then kind of share what I'm excited about for the second trimester and also what my plans are. I think I'm going to start doing monthly updates on the pregnancy. So month, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up through the end. Let me know what you guys want. Do you want monthly, trimester, weekly updates? Let me know down below. Also, I will say through this, I am very out of breath. Even just this 30 seconds of talking right now, I'm already out of breath, but hopefully I'll get back into the swing of filming. I have taken like almost 2 months off my business and it has been crazy and so hard of getting back into the swing of things. I had some stuff already pre-filmed that I was able to release, but for the most part, I've taken like 2 months off and just barely surviving with doing my day job. My day job in itself has been really stressful and a lot busier than normal, so just barely making it through that. And then by the end of the workday, I'm exhausted and don't have the energy or the mental stamina to work on my business. So it's been tough, but hopefully I'll be able to start getting back into the swing of things and working on my business back hardcore, because I want to be able to give you guys content, and also it's something that helps sustain us financially. So it's a huge help for that as well. So 14 weeks is done. I'm just starting the beginning of the 15th week, which is so awesome and so exciting. I have had, like I said, so many different symptoms. I have had morning sickness, I've had nausea, I've had vomiting, I've had shortness of breath, already having round ligament pain. So if I am scrouched down, like kind of slunched over, and then I get up, I get sharp pain here in the lower abdomen. If I sneeze sometimes, if I roll over, I get super sharp pain. That has been really tough to deal with. Recently, this past week, I've had really bad headaches, like super bad headaches, to the point where I take a Tylenol or 2 and it does nothing for them. I am going to the doctor this week, so I'm going to ask her if there's anything else I can take for headaches, because it has just been so bad, and just every single day, all day long, morning, wake up with them, go to sleep with them, and it's just been really, really tough. This is going to be kind of all over the place. Another thing that I've really been struggling with is a pinched nerve in my neck, and it started with tingliness in my numbness in my left hand, and then it started going up my arm, and then my whole entire arm and hand was completely numb at one point for like 3 days straight, and had to go to the chiropractor 3 days a week to get it fixed. He fixed it. After the third adjustment, it was good for like maybe 4 days, and then now it's coming back again. So that's something that I've been dealing with as well. It's just the numbness in my left arm and hand, which is really annoying and just painful, to be honest. It's not something that I enjoy at all. But obviously all of these symptoms, if it's giving me a baby, then I'm going to take them all with stride. I've also had really bad sciatic pain in my low back. My hip flexors with my psoas muscle has been really tight. So going to the chiropractor with that, and then also just trying to move more. In the beginning of my pregnancy, in the first trimester, I was getting like not even 2,000 steps a day. I had zero energy. I was so nauseous, like just going to the refrigerator and getting something to drink or something to eat was a workout for me. One really scary thing is I was blacking out. And the last time I happened, I think, was last week. And it's not the same as like when you get up too fast and you see like the spots of numbness. It's not that. It's similar to that, but I feel like it's that to another level. So what will happen is it's only happened in the morning, and typically happens when I'm like making my breakfast or my coffee. And I'll get up and I'll start feeling a little woozy and weak, like, oh, I feel like I'm going to pass out. Then I see the spot, and then my vision cuts out completely, and I'll make it to like the bed or the couch, and then all of a sudden I will just break in like unbelievable sweat, like just pouring sweat. Like after I did ran 5 miles, even though I've never run 5 miles in my life, but just pouring sweat. My heart will be racing. Like I'll have my Fitbit on and it'll be 112 heart rate and feel just really, really sick. And it'll last maybe 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll be able to sleep afterwards and I'll feel a little bit better after, but then the rest of the day I just feel totally off. So that's been something that's been happening, and it's scary. And it's happened only in the morning, thankfully at home, but there has been a couple times where I've wanted to go to the store and I'm like, I feel really weak. I'm not going to chance it. Number one, I'm not going to chance it driving and injure myself or someone else. And I don't want it to happen in the store and faint in the store or something like that. I've been able to catch it every time, which has been good. So that's been happening, but it's scary. What else? Cravings. Cravings, I haven't had any well, I've had a couple of ooh, that sounds really good, but mostly it's been, oh, that sounds really good. But then when I think about physically eating it, I'm like, that makes me want to puke. And also at the same time, I'll have strong cravings. Like I was watching this guy on TikTok make pizza. I was like, that sounds so good, but I'm so full at the same time. So it's this weird combat in my head of, that sounds so good. I want it right now. It sounds amazing, but I'm also so full, and that sounds disgusting to think about eating it. The only really cravings that I've had and I've been filled are Publix chicken tender subs. If you live in Florida or the South anywhere and you have Publix chicken tender subs, have been amazing. There was one that I had, Jamie Wayne got it, and then they were out of white bread, so we had it on whole wheat bread, and it just wasn't the same. Just wasn't what I had in my head. A couple Taco Bell, a couple Chick-fil-A cravings, but those have been mainly the cravings. Pizza, I haven't found a good pizza that satisfies the craving. I've had a couple homemade pizzas, but it just didn't do it. I really want that thin crust to fold it and just so delicious. Here's the 15-week ultrasound. It was so much fun to be able to see the baby again. Anytime I can see the baby, it's just so much fun. So love being able to look at the baby, and so awesome. So here's the ultrasound. It's so much bigger than before. Does it sound good?
Sounds good.
What was the heart rate at?
150s.
Okay.
Do we know what you're having now?
No.
Are we keeping it a secret till the end? Look at these little legs.
No. Oh my goodness.
When are you finding out?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
Oh, we didn't do genetics,
No.
right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So yeah, it's still a little early. Probably in a month or so.
Okay.
The next time, assuming the kid keeps it together and shows us. Clearly, right now the legs are just crossed.
We're being shy.
I know.
Everyone thinks it's a girl. Using a couple apps. The one that I really like is called The Bump, and it gives you obviously the fruit that you have. So right now at week 15, just, finishing the first trimester, going to week 15, the baby is 4 inches, 2.5 ounces, in the size of a navel orange. And then it just gives you all the stuff about pregnancy, the things that you have, and what's going on with those, all the things. And then it also has See My Baby in 3D. And you can see the baby and kind of scroll through different things of what's forming. Right now, elbows and knees. Yep, baby has started bending his or her limbs. Baby is practicing the art of breathing and inhaling and exhaling amniotic fluid. While the baby's eyes still remained fused shut for several months, he or she can now sense light. And then it also has your body, which is cool. So it shows you what your body looks like. And then also walking, goes through different things. You'll see hair growth and notice that your nails are longer this week and more strong and stuff, which is cool. So love this app in that it kind of breaks down. And I like going through it with Jamie because then I can kind of teach him what's going on with my body and the baby as well and keep him, up to date on everything because it's exciting for him. Leave any questions that you have down below and I'll be sure to answer them coming up and hopefully in the next update. And if you want to see how I told my husband that I'm pregnant with a Yeti cooler, check out this video here. And if you want to see some struggles that I've been having lately and how I feel like I'm not relatable anymore, it's a raw video, probably the most raw video I've ever put out on YouTube. It gets personal. Check out this video here. Hey, no, no.